Hey YouTubers, this here's Guardian Mike, and I'm here to talk to you today about mental health court, a specialty court in Michigan. I want to have this as an add-on to the video we did before, but introductory. I want you to think of four concepts: mental health, mental illness, mental health, criminal law and mental health, guardianship law and mental health, and then the specialty court known as mental health court. Going back, category one, it's not illegal to be mentally ill. That you're mentally ill does not get you into mental health court. Again, it's not illegal to be mentally ill. Number two, under the criminal statute, if you're mentally ill, you may not be competent. You may lack competence to stand trial. That's a criminal law concept, the lack of competence. That's where you read about individuals who are not guilty by reason of insanity, NGRI in Michigan. NGRI, not guilty by reason of insanity. They are arrested, they go to the forensic center, they're evaluated by the appropriate individuals, and there is a criminal law standard. That's the second concept. Remember, mentally ill, it's not illegal to be mentally ill. First concept, mentally ill, mental health. Because you're mentally ill, you don't get into mental health court. Criminal law, lack of competence to stand trial. That's another concept. Third concept, mentally ill guardianship. Mentally ill guardianship. You can have a guardianship as the result of mental illness, and there we're talking about incapacity, a lack of capacity based on mental illness, based on a number of other things, but for this tape we're talking about mental illness. The standard in Michigan is because of the mental illness, because of episodes of mental illness, you may not be able to make an informed judgment or communicate informed judgments. And incapacity is like a lava lamp, up and down and up and down. You can be mentally ill, have a guardianship, and still vote, still do a will, still say, you know, I have a preference for food. I'm Jewish and I want kosher food. You can participate in decisions of life. You could even petition to court to say, I want a separate bank account. There's many things that you can do because of the incapacity, and that incapacity may not stop you from voting, may not stop you from marrying, may not stop you from functioning. But because of episodes of mental illness, they've gotten you into problems where you want a supportive decision making of the court, then you have guardianship. Let's repeat. Mental illness is not a crime. Mental illness, mental health. First category, we have mental illness, not a crime. Can't get access to mental health court. The criminal code, mental illness may give you a lack of competence to stand trial. That's a criminal court concept. Probate court concept, mental illness may give you a guardianship. Mental illness may give you access to a guardianship. That's a probate concept, an epic concept, or it could be the mental health code concept because of developmental disabilities, diminished capacity. The fourth category, and what we're going to launch into, is mental health court. It's a specialty court. A crime has occurred. You're in criminal court, probably district court. You're going to need the consent of the prosecutor. You're going to have the individual, probably your child, a defendant, agree to have the matter referred to mental health court. You're going to have the criminal law judge say that I agree to refer it to mental health court. In our county, you then have the probate judge, who is the mental health judge, court judge, which is a specialty court, agree to receive the case. So you pull those all together. So you understand those basic concepts. This is what mental health court is. So just because you're mentally ill doesn't mean you get to mental health court. Just because you want to get into mental health court doesn't mean you get into mental health court. You're going to have an agreement. The prosecutor, the defense attorney has to say that his client is agreeable to it. The judge has to be agreeable to it and has to make the referral to mental health court, and the mental health court has to say, we accept. There's an evaluation that takes place. In the meantime, your loved one is in jail, may not be getting mental health treatment. And there's two schools of thought. I believe jail is the safest place. You have someone in the process being observed, probably not getting treatment, but they're very safe. If they're released from jail, if you bond out your child, it doesn't mean that you can take them to the hospital and they'll get mental health treatment. They could run. You bond them out, they could run. You have no control over them. You cannot force treatment on a mentally ill person just because they committed a crime. You're not going to be able to take them to the hospital and say, hey, here's my kid, committed a crime, mentally ill, off their meds, treat them. That's for another tape about getting involuntary treatment where they don't volunteer. Well, the purpose of this tape is just to introduce you to those concepts. Remember, mental health, criminal court and mental health, probate court and mental health resulting in a guardianship, and mental health in a criminal setting, and you're seeking access to mental health court. Okay?